Are we live? We are live. All right. My friends, hello. We got breaking news coming out of Barcelona. Reports are saying that there is not a 2, not a 3, but a 5-year contract offered to Lionel Messi. Messi agrees. Barcelona agrees. La Liga is okay with it. We worked out the finances. We're just now waiting for Lionel Messi to come back from vacation, just like I said, for him to come and put pen to paper on that new contract. Very exciting stuff, but 5 years is a long time. So let's talk about what that means for the down the line, for the future. And let's also talk about the fact that there is a reported 50% wage cut for Lionel Messi to sign this new contract. What does that mean for the rest of the club, particularly an Antoine Griezmann, who will now be making more than Lionel Messi with this new contract? I don't know how that's going to sit. We'll see what happens. Lots of other things to talk about. I want to hear your thoughts. I've got some other things that I'm going to share. Let's dive in, folks. But before we get started, kick things off the right way.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right, very exciting stuff. Let's just get this out of the way. Messi wins Copa America, finally gets the goose egg off of his Argentina trophy cabinet, puts up a nice Copa America trophy, also got the MVP. Very exciting stuff. And now he's looking at a new 5-year contract. So within that, he is taking a reportedly over a 50% pay cut. He was making, I believe, around, it was either 73 or 78 million, whatever that is. Cut that in half. That puts him around 35 to 38 million in that ballpark. Guess who's making 45 million a year? Antoine Griezmann. Let's loop in some more news, folks. Kylian Mbappe has come out and said that he wants to go and play for Real Madrid. I told you all during the Euros that something fishy was going on, that Mbappe had not signed a contract. My man in the chair, Stevie D, said that it was probably because Mbappe was betting on himself, thought he'd come out and have an amazing Euros performance and then be able to get an improved contract, perhaps. Wasn't buying it, folks. And here is why. Mbappe saying he wants to go to Real Madrid. That's going to leave a gap at PSG. I think what's going to happen is Griezmann is going to go to PSG along with Ronaldo, because PSG is going to get a butt ton of cash for Mbappe. A butt ton of cash. So with that cash, Griezmann, Ronaldo, and then you have Neymar, you have Ramos coming in, you have some leadership, you have some players who have won championships before. So I think that's the route that PSG is going to go. I don't think they're going to fight that hard on Mbappe. If Mbappe wants to leave PSG, I think they cash in. They take the money that's offered, and they revamp. But they go for a title right now, a UCL title right now. I think that's what PSG is going to do. Now, how does that affect Barcelona? Of course, Griezmann going to PSG gets his wages off the books. That's what we need. First and foremost, we need to get Griezmann's wages off of the books. I don't know if that was factored into the budget, but I know we've been waiting to officially sign and announce these players until we can actually get the budget approved by La Liga. That's what we've been waiting on. So either way, biggest point here is that it's a 5-year deal. Messi wants it. Barcelona wants it. We're just waiting for Lionel Messi to come back from vacation. Fabrizio Romano on Instagram has already confirmed that this is all but a done deal. No other clubs have a chance of signing Lionel Messi. So everybody can take a big, deep breath. Excuse me. Everyone can take a big, deep breath and relax because King Leo is staying. So let me know your thoughts. What happens over the next 5 years? Does Lionel Messi continue to play on that right wing, or do we maybe see a shift in positions? I predict as Lionel Messi drops a bit in speed, maybe he loses a step or two over the next 2-3 years. I think he drops back into a more Xavi, Iniesta type role. Maybe he becomes the third midfielder with De Jong, Pedri, and now a Lionel Messi, who is no longer a pacey winger. I'm not saying that right now he can't run by a few people. He absolutely can, but he's not running by world-class fullbacks right now just because of the pace. You know what I mean? Get him around the box. He'll dance around just about anybody. But as those speedy legs start to slow down a bit, I think he drops more into the midfield. He becomes more of a playmaker in the midfield. And I think you see him start to play a little bit more like an Iniesta, like a Xavi. Not so much on those wings. But we'll see. We'll see. I think Griezmann leaving is going to open up possibilities for a few people. I think if you look at our forwards, right, we've talked about this. We've got a lot of forwards right now. I think we're going to still bring in one more. Don't get me wrong. But we've got, as it stands right now, Braithwaite, Griezmann, Dembele, Messi, Ansu Fati, Depay, Aguero. Who am I missing? Trincao left. A couple others left. And then we have attacking midfielders. A lot of attacking midfielders. Coutinho, Moriba, Pedri, Ricky Puig. Alenia is still on the books for right now. So we've got a lot of attack. Here's what I think we will get potentially from PSG. If there's some sort of player swap, let's jump back. Let's say Mbappe goes to Madrid. Griezmann goes to PSG. And then who could Barcelona get from PSG to make this a three-way swap deal? I think there's a couple obvious players that could jump out. Neymar, of course, but that's not going to happen. Neymar would be way too expensive and completely defeat the purpose of getting Griezmann off the books if we bring in someone like a Neymar, who's, I would assume, making more than Griezmann. I could be wrong. I was complaining about it yesterday. Griezmann's making twice as much as Kevin De Bruyne, twice as much as Paul Pogba, and 3 times as much as a Harry Kane. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Anyway, so from PSG, Neymar would be an obvious one that people think of, but not going to happen because of the wages and the history. Di Maria would be another one that you could jump to if you're looking for attackers. He had a hell of a performance in Copa America. Really carried Argentina, I would say, a bit more than Messi did in the final. Messi had an amazing tournament all the way up and deserved every bit of those accolades. But I do think Di Maria in the final was probably Argentina's most dangerous player. Now, with that said, we don't necessarily need another forward. I just named 7 forwards that we have right now, and our primary 3 are going to be Lionel Messi, Ansu Fati, and whoever wants to step up out of Aguero, Depay, and Dembele, or Griezmann if he stays, but I think he's going to leave. So, who else could we look at PSG? There's one that I'm thinking of, and it's Paredes. What's up, Brandall? How we doing, buddy? It's Paredes. Midfielder, tenacity in his tackles, my friends. Plays a bit like an Arturo Vidal or a Paulinho. He's got that grit. It's not always pretty, but it can be what you need sometimes, particularly in those more physical matches. Think about, El Clasicos in the past that have gotten a little bit dirty. And if you don't have that midfield player that's willing to grind it out, that's willing to really battle through the midfield, sometimes you lose out. So we've had those players in the past, and right now I can't say we really have that grit in the midfield. Sergio Busquets is aging. Frankie de Jong is box to box. We don't really have a defensive mid right now that we can plug in, even if it's not going to be someone that starts, week in and week out. Somebody that you can plug in for the last 15, 20 minutes of a match when you're up 1-0. That's what we need. I've talked about this endlessly till I'm blue in the face. Everyone keeps saying we need center backs to shore up the defense. Yeah. What we need is defensive midfielders, all right? Really, let's start with one. We don't have one other than Busquets, okay? So we need to have one super sub defensive mid that we can bring in that they don't have to start. Let them start in Copa del Rey to get some extra playing time, but just a role player who will come off the bench and shut things down, close up those gaps that lead to the counterattacks when we lose the ball in the attacking third. That's what we need. Before the attack gets to the defense, you got to stop it in the midfield, particularly on those counterattacks. That's how that works, my friends. Hassan, what's up, dude? Bralio, how we doing? Welcome to the channel. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All very exciting stuff, folks. Lionel Messi staying at Barcelona. I didn't have any doubts. Last year, I thought yes. Last year, I was thinking completely 100% Lionel Messi was out. He was going to go to Man City, and it made sense to me. It really did make sense last year. It does not make sense this year. I think he stays. All things at Barcelona are headed in a positive direction. We're feeling very optimistic. We got a lot of young players for Lionel Messi to be excited about. He's feeling great after that Copa America win. Ronald Koeman, fresh face. We got Laporta back at the club as El Presidente. We're feeling good. It wouldn't make sense for Lionel Messi to leave now. So him doing a 5-year deal was a little bit of a surprise, but I will take it. Absolutely. Braulio, that's not a bad shout. Verratti could be okay. I would rather take Paredes. I think he's younger and a little bit more physical. Verratti doesn't exactly tower over anybody. He's probably like 5'4", 5'5", something like that. Not that Paredes is huge, but like I said, a little bit more physical. What's up, Paul? Just started about 11 minutes ago, and the news is that Lionel Messi and Barcelona do have an agreed contract. They got to wait till Lionel Messi comes back from vacation, but it is a 5-year deal, including over a 50% wage cut for King Lionel Messi, which is pretty wild. So I've been going on this rant about how that then dips him below Antoine Griezmann. So Antoine Griezmann will be the highest paid player at Barcelona. That can't stand. It's either a wage cut or he's leaving. Now, if you look at what's happening around at other clubs and where he could possibly go, I'm thinking Mbappe, who just said he wants to go to Madrid. I think he goes to Madrid. And then I think PSG have a void to fill. I think they get Ronaldo and Griezmann. And then we get somebody from PSG. That's what I'm thinking. Herrera, strong, and he's got good passion. Also, Spanish connection. Not a bad shout. I would like to go with somebody younger. How old is Paredes? I should probably check that out before I go shouting about. 27. Okay, Paredes is 27, and I think Herrera is over 30. I could be wrong. 31. Yeah, I'd rather go Paredes for that reason. Songkop, what's up, brother? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Beat Tony Cruz on Mexico versus Germany. I don't hate the idea of Herrera. I just would have liked to get him maybe 3 years ago, coming out of United. That would have been okay. I've seen him play. I'm certainly not against the idea. If he came over, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, what are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't complain about it, but I just think we could go a little bit younger. That's ultimately what I'm going for here. Is Barcelona need to strike that balance of experience and youth. We've got the youth right now, and the experienced players that we have, some of them still have a leg left, some don't. We'll say. So Piqué, Busquets, I think they're on their last leg. Messi still has 2-3 years of playing at this level. And then we brought in, an Aguero who will bring us some experience. But we've got 7 or 8 youngsters on the team right now that need to have playing time also. So we can't just bring in people that are 29, 30, 31 years old to win right now. It has to be a balance of win today but prepare for the future. So players like Ricky Puig, Moriba, Ansu Fati, even the fullbacks like Dest, he still needs to be secured in his playing time. We've got Emerson coming in, Jordi Alba's still hanging around. Barcelona cannot make the mistake that we made in the previous 7 years of not developing our youth. We have an opportunity right now for a fresh start, a very fresh start for the next 5 years with Lionel Messi under this contract. We have 5 years to develop all of these young players. And yes, we want to get Lionel Messi at least one more Champions League trophy. And I think it can happen in the next 2 years. I really do. I think we are a defensive mid away from being not clear favorites, but being, up there with the top 2 or 3 in terms of Champions League possibilities. That's what I'm thinking. So who is that defensive mid going to be? I don't know. I can't see us winning Champions League with Sergio Busquets as our anchor midfielder. I love him to death. I just don't see it happening. So now that we've got this worked out, that Messi's going to be staying for the next 5 years, we build around him. Ansu Fati, Pedri, De Jong, Mingueza, Araujo, Dest. That's the core of our team for the next 5 years. So who else is going to fit into that? I hope Depay comes out, has strong performances, and sticks around. He's 27 years old, I believe, so he could be a part of this for the next 3 or 4 years. Dembele, I hope, actually comes into fruition this year and he works out his finishing. If Dembele is doing anything besides shooting one-on-one with the keeper all summer long, he's messing up. He's absolutely messing up. That's the one thing he needs to work on. Breakaway speed. The runs are there. He's receiving the ball. He's getting one-on-one with the keeper, and then he's missing. So finish your chances. And I say the same thing to Antoine Griezmann, except it's not one-on-one with the keeper necessarily. It's just anything inside the 6-yard box. That man can't finish. I don't understand why. Soundcop, I did see that there was a possibility of Saul plus 15 million for a Greasy swap, but everyone's got to hold their horses. Got to hold your horses, because like I said, I think that these rumors of Mbappe wanting to go to Real Madrid are true. I've been saying for a few weeks now, you got to wait. You got to wait until the Euros and the Copa America have ended, and then we're going to start seeing where some of these pieces start to fall into place. So Mbappe going to Real Madrid opens up a lot of possibilities for chain reaction transfers. Mbappe to Real Madrid, then PSG have a void to fill. I think it makes so much sense for them to grab Ronaldo and Griezmann. Ronaldo because of his link with Sergio Ramos, which of course Ronaldo's still one of the top strikers in the world. He is a proven winner, so you bring him in, and then Griezmann because he plays so much better in France, so much better with the support of that fan base. So please go to Paris, and then what do we get in return? Maybe we get a Paredes, maybe we get a Di Maria. I think either one would make sense. Maybe we get both. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying, I think it's going to happen. I think Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, and then there's going to be a chain reaction of transfers that goes on. That is what I'm thinking. Messi just posted a picture with a golden ball on Insta, probably hinting something. Well, maybe. But I mean, like I said, it's a done deal. We're just waiting for him to come back from vacation to sign his contract. Yeah, PSG got Donnarumma. That's pretty huge. Donnarumma has a ridiculous save percentage for penalties. It's something like 60%. Something like that. It's wild. Ayush, what's up, buddy? Yes, we have Ansu and Pedri and De Jong. Listen, our future is bright. Our future is very bright. Ansu Fati. I still believe in Dembele. Pedri, De Jong, Araujo, Mingueza, Dest. That is our future. 100%. For the next 5 years, that is the wave that we are riding. We need to get a young striker. We need to get a young defensive mid. And we need to get a young left back. That's what needs to happen next. Although, when you look back at successful Barcelona teams in the past, we've always had some crafty veterans that come in. It's never been just pure youth carrying us. It's always been a good balance there. Right on, Ayush. I appreciate you stopping by. Always nice to see my nephew. Good luck on that test, brother. I actually have to get off too, folks. I have a jiu-jitsu class to get to. So this is going to be short and sweet. Just wanted to make sure I got on here. Made the announcement. Lionel Messi is staying. He's going to put pen to paper when he's back from vacation. 5-year deal. Big wage cut. I do think that means that it's going to impact Griezmann, whether he's going to have to take a wage cut himself or he's going to get transferred somewhere else. Mbappe to Real Madrid opens up a hole at PSG for the Frenchman. So we'll see what happens there. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. We are going to get back on track. I'm back from vacation. I got to schedule my wake up in Barca's. And then coming up next for videos, we got to do what we think for the starting lineup. And I had one other idea that I can't think of right now. So that'll be coming up here soon. Friday morning, wake up in Barca. I'll get that scheduled here shortly. Other than that, we'll do some coverage of the Gold Cup here eventually. Like I said, took a vacation, taking a little downtime, and it's been nice. It's been very nice. But it's also been nice getting back to it and hanging out with you all. So more to come on the channel. I hope to see you Friday morning for Wake Up in Barca. If there's any breaking news in the meantime, I'll pop on, do a quick live stream. So thank you, but tongue-tied. Thank you, everybody. I was trying to say, make sure you're subscribed. Once the season kicks off, we're going to be going hard here. So we're going to be doing pre-match. We're going to be doing live stream for the matches themselves with the chat going, live commentary. We'll do the reaction video after that, post-match analysis. Lots more to come. So make sure you are subscribed for the upcoming season. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of the action right here on the Undefeated channel. And just as a reminder, sometimes I go a little bit without, speaking about why we're growing this channel. This is not just to hear me spout off my opinions. This is not just for me to tell you all what's happening around the world. You guys hit me to news just as often as I hip you all. So I really appreciate the conversation. I appreciate that we've got people from all over the world coming and hanging out for these shows and for the live matches. So that's really what it's all about. We're trying to build a community here of folks that like to talk about soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. It's really, you don't have to be a Barcelona supporter. You don't have to support U.S. men's national team. That's mostly what we're going to watch, but we also watch English Premier League, Champions League, all the big tournaments around the world. So if you're here and you love football, if you love soccer, again, whatever you want to call it, you're in the right place. So thank you for tuning in and taking a ride, and I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.